dim the lights, hug something warm, and surrender your ears to the supremely sensual, intermingling of passionate sighs and pulsing electronic music. It's time for Record Time with Chris. Hello. Turn that down some. Hey. So, this is just a weird record I had in my collection, The Sounds of Love from A to Z. And this actually is probably the only good track on it. The rest are really lame synthesizer tracks, and there's a lot of panting and kind of stuff happening in most of them. Even in and there's a couple classical covers in there too. Came out in 1972, which was also the same year that this Al Green record came out, and I think it's when Barry White was writing the songs for his first album. Maybe his first single came out, I don't know exactly, but something tells me that this was a much better album to put on if you had somebody over at your house. So I want to tell you about a record that came out on March 10th that I bought that I like a lot. The artist is Féline. Triomphe is the name of the record, Triomphe, and the words are all in French, but so it could be a Triumph cover band record, but I think it's not. Doesn't really sound much like it. It's actually interesting pop music, and what I mean by interesting, this is of course the singer and guitar player and songwriter. Interesting, more like Saint Vincent Save than Demi Lovato. Nothing against her, but it's more, a little more Brooklyn, a little more Williamsburg, Park Slope, hip. But it's really good. And we have the lyrics in French and the story of a dream she had, a dream of triumph that she had when she was 18 or 19. Do you want to? Maybe I should put a little bit of it on. Oh, I never turned that thing down. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, well, I got to turn that back up. There we go. There. Hey, you can see what I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to go switch records. Hold on. Okay. Carefully. I cleaned this just a minute ago before I started this, so I'm just going to kind of plunk the needle down someplace, give you an idea of what it's like. You can kind of hear how that toi et moi chorus is kind of singable, even if you don't know French. But here's a middle of the second track. Yeah, so I like how beautifully noisy that is. She do a great job of all these different spaces, but sometimes it rocks, sometimes it's more ethereal. And she's a great singer, really interesting songwriter. I hope you might enjoy it if you liked that little bit. Remember last time you saw the last one? I had a record by David Greenberger and two other guys that I had. It's a double 10-inch, and I had 2 copies of record 2. Well, the guy who runs the label, Philippe, is actually in Belgium. He saw it and asked if I needed another copy, but the distributor was able to get me just the one record I was missing. So thank you all. Thank you for that. All right, let's take a look at another. We'll do these. So I'm a big fan of SACDs, and I think my favorite label that's releasing them is Audio Fidelity. So I want to show you a couple of their more recent releases. This is Joe Cocker's self-titled album, and it's the one with 2 songs off of Abbey Road, which is amazing because it was recorded the year Abbey Road came out. And it's also, yeah, so She Came In Through the Bathroom Window is one, but also Delta Lady, which is a song that was written by Leon Russell, who produced the album and plays the piano on it. I'm sure you know what he looks like. He's the guy with the long white hair. But anyway, Joe Cocker, this is the, well, here, he sounds like a guy who would do that. Just really kind of nice soul voice, really sings through these songs in a great way. And these are, for those of you who like limited editions, all the Audio Fidelity stuff is individually numbered and sounds great. Even if you don't have a player that can play SACDs, you can still, there's a CD layer on there, so you can still take advantage of the fantastic mastering, even if you don't have an SACD player right now. In fact, that's what I did. I started buying these knowing I would have one someday. Now, the other one I want to show you is Grand Funk, Shining On. Of course, it's a rock album. I'm not actually sure what the single was on here. Might have been their version of the Locomotion. But as you can see, well, we'll see how all this goes. You got to have your 3D glasses, which, kindly enough, they supply. But being Audio Fidelity, they have them in, I'll show you that. It's in like one of those Japanese style sleeves. It's not just in cheap plastic. It's hard to get open here, but here, it's resealable. That's what I'm trying to say. It's one of these, like a nice record comes in. And here we are. So, yeah, it looks cool. Looks cool to me. I don't know if this will work. Does that work? No, that's not gonna, that's stupid. Anyway, another great sounding one. This one was mastered by Kevin Gray, and he also did the Joe Cocker. Good stuff. Oh, I should mention, since I was talking about Leon Russell's self-titled album, which is the blue one, they have released it on SACD, and just the other day we got an email saying that it's coming on vinyl. Again, that's the one with like Ringo and George Harrison, Clapton, Delaney and Bonnie. I don't know who else. Probably some famous percussionists. But anyway, another good album if you're into that. Oh, so here, this is pretty cool. This is a collaborative album, just came out last week by Stevie Moore and Jason Falkner. And this sold better than I actually thought it would. I was very happy to see that. This also came out March 10th. And for those who don't know, Stevie Moore is like a pioneer of cassette culture, bedroom recordings, all that. In the 70s, he started recording stuff at home and just churning out these cassettes. He's hundreds of releases, but it's all kind of lo-fi. It's quirky. Like if you like the weirder part of XTC, you would probably like this. And he wrote all the songs. Stevie Moore wrote all the songs, but Jason Falkner plays all the other instruments that he doesn't play, drums and everything. So and Jason Falkner was in the band Jellyfish and has since done other things, but he brings this really like a power pop, very nice production sensibility to it, and you can tell that there's a good budget for this. So what you end up with really are the sort of the quirky are Stevie Moore type songs, but with this like nice power pop sheen. So I'm going to put this on too. So here, let me just fade Féline back up. Hope she's not swearing or anything, but it's in French. Hold on a sec. So I'm going to put the first, hang on, don't you want to see that? There, you want to see that. All right, so I'm going to put the first track, the first song on. It's got some, big chorusy stuff that's very, very nice, I thought. And it's also, for people who know him, I Hate People is one of, I guess, Well, hey, that's pretty cool, huh? Really good surprise there. I like this album a lot too. So you probably saw the other video that was posted on Friday, where a couple of my coworkers covered some of this week's new releases. And was there anything I wanted to mention? Oh, yeah. So in the land of pre-orders, because I know some of you like to check them out, just want to point out that there's a new label called Satellite Records, and they've got 2 10-inches coming out in May, but they're each limited to 300 copies, so you might want to, if they sound intriguing, you might want to jump on them. One is the soundtrack to the Day the Earth Stood Still, the original one with the theremins and all the like weird echoey stuff. So that'd be a fun one to have. The cover looks cool. And the other one is Music for Robots, and it's 2 guys. I guess one of them was like a Hollywood sound effects guy, and the other one some kind of, I can't remember. Oh, he was like a science fiction editor, edited science fiction magazines. So the 2 of them got together in the early 60s and made this Music for Robots thing. It's got a pretty funny cover, a robot with a mustache. Anyway, keep your eyes out for those. Go to your favorite purveyor of strange records and order that if you are into it. And, well, let's just see. I'll just have some closing theme music. So long.